Somehow, my daughters fell in love with Formula One. I don't know how or why, but I'm not arguing. They may not know wheel, but does anyone?
Hi, and welcome to We Don't Know WLF1. I'm Anne.
And I'm Grace. We're five sisters who fell in love with Formula One, and now we have a podcast, so all of our friends and family can listen to us talk about it.
And you get to listen too.
I really like the five sisters joke because it's like we could none of us be related, and you would never know. In a way, we are all sisters.
Yes.
We are sisters.
We are sisters.
We are vacation sisters.
Oh yeah.
All of us. We were joking that Shelly is now in the sister vacation family and
Baby
status. That's what Sarah
That's
said.
real goals right there.
I mean, Shelly got invited to the family vacation and I did not.
Oh, that's uncomfortable. Okay, anyway.
For the record, it's in the middle of the school year, so I
know.
couldn't go. That's the only reason why. You
I
don't have to
know.
feel bad for me.
I got invited too, so
Got that.
I did actually. Sorry. Okay.
So, Austin.
Anyways,
Let's talk Austin.
Let's talk Austin.
Anyone watch the sprint?
Yes.
yes,
No,
great race.
I can't say.
Jam-packed.
I
I
did
did.
fall asleep in the last 5 laps.
The last 5 laps?
Really? I was like,
Did you miss the last lap?
I woke up and Lando Norris was giving an interview.
Oh,
So what you missed, Grace, was Carlos. Yeah,
Oh,
overtaking.
I knew that he had done an overtake and I was very excited to watch it, but I was also on call and very tired. And next thing I know, boom, I'm asleep and I'm waking up and Lando's talking. And I meant to go back and watch the rest, but there's so much content.
yeah. There was a lot of content this weekend.
You
Yeah.
could do isn't there like a sprint in like 10 minutes or something?
Well, all I needed to watch
Yeah.
was the last 5 laps. But then I
Mhm.
was like, gotta move on to qualifying, gotta watch that.
Yeah.
I watched Quali in 10. That was a nice way to do it.
I didn't watch quali. I watched sprint quali and the sprint, but didn't get around to quali.
I watched all of qualifying.
Ooh.
Which I feel like between
Committed.
all of us, we had the
We
whole
covered.
weekend covered.
Wait,
It's just different people, different ways.
I watched everything. I don't know what to tell you guys.
oh, go ahead.
Was this an F1 Academy weekend?
That's what I was gonna ask.
I
Shoot.
thought it was, but I didn't feel like they did any like promo of F1 Academy.
No.
I didn't see any content.
I didn't either. Maybe it wasn't then. F1 Academy did not take place at Austin.
That makes sense. I feel when was the last F1 Academy race?
Singapore.
Okay, I did not see that one. Bummer. I can go back.
Yeah, but Austin was like so bittersweet because Danny was not there.
Yeah.
Franco
Yeah.
Colapinto, he is making me fall in love with him more and more.
Mhm.
And then what a good week to be a Carlos girly. Like I was happy.
So far, yep. Ferrari girlies.
Him during the sprint was like beyond impressive. So fun to watch.
I loved James Hinchcliffe just being like, Carlos is on another level this weekend. He is fighting. But when he was in the race and he was like, I smell gas, I was like,
Yeah.
no, I cannot
I
have this.
know.
Same.
was-
I was like, this is it.
I was
We're done.
100% convinced he's gonna have to retire.
Yep.
And he just kept going. I was like, oh, I guess he's okay.
He just drove too hard. He was too desperate to overtake Max.
I feel like Carlos comes back after breaks really strong. Like he really does some good work
He's
over the
at his-
breaks.
Yeah, I think he's at his best when he's like well rested and like he's been hanging out with his friends, vibing,
on
he comes
bike
back,
rides.
he's like, I'm ready.
Yeah, he's been on the bike,
Yeah.
out in fresh air.
He would be winning world championships if there were only 12 races a year.
Is he still with his girlfriend? Does he have a partner right now?
I mean, he and
Yeah,
I
I
have
don't
been
know.
together for a while.
That I know.
Slippery slope.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still with the Scottish lady.
Okay.
That's
The
what I
Scottish
hear.
queen.
The
Yeah.
Scottish Queen. Okay. I haven't heard an update in a while. I feel like he never posts anything with his partner.
He's
That's
very
correct.
private.
So private.
Mhm.
I'm really looking forward to Carlos on winter vacation, social media. That's my favorite time of year.
Did you guys see? Apparently, Charles did some sort of like flight training thing in the like
Mm.
old school airplane where you have to wear a helmet.
I saw that Ruth Buscom posted about it.
I apparently the like trailer for the actual video came out today that I did not have a chance to watch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, should we go around the room and say our favorite social media content from the weekend?
Ooh.
I'll start. Mine was Colapinto after the race, and he's talking about Ocon stealing his fastest lap. And he's like, the French stole it from me. They put on a set of new tires. They wasted rubber. They should think about the earth.
The audacity.
Earth. They're not environmentalists like him.
That's pretty good. I didn't hear that one.
I liked the McLaren boys unboxing the McLaren cowboy boots. They're the ugliest cowboy boots I've ever seen in my entire life. And they're
So
like,
much.
oh, and then like gray with orange and blue. I'm like, are these even made out of leather? That was great. And the giant cowboy hats that the Ferrari boys were wearing. That was fun.
Well, they had to make up for last year wearing the child, like the Target.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
They looked like Woody from Toy Story last year.
Yeah. They looked really good this year.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It's a real
Well,
cowboy.
there was a whole promo. There was like a cowboy hat brand that did a whole promo with all the drivers, and they did like an unboxing.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Shelly.
Shelly, what was your favorite?
I think it was like a smaller creator. I don't really know where this person came from, but he was in the paddock taking like old school Polaroids of the drivers.
Ooh.
And when he took Charles, it was like his face card was lethal. Like he was the prince of F1 in that photo, and he had like the hat. I'll have to insert the photo. I was looking it up, but that was probably my favorite alongside any Oscar content. So
Any and all Oscar content.
I don't know what it was this weekend, but Charles was really working for me.
When he's winning, you're in.
He just had a glow. The hair was, I don't know, there was something with the hair.
Jamie gets it.
I did. I was like, I see it. I saw it this weekend. It just worked. So that was really one of my favorites. Like him on the podium, I don't know what it was, but I was like, oh my gosh, I see him in a whole new light right now.
Wait, okay, the podium when they got tires?
No.
Okay.
So
What are our
funny.
theories? I've heard some. Do we know?
Apparently, it's because the trophies that they made.
Copyright?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I heard too.
They look
And
too
so
much
they
like bears or something?
Oh, I thought it was like a dead mouse thing.
No, it's Block Bears, which is like an
Yeah.
artist's thing.
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
What an F1 thing though. Like that is so fitting that they're gonna like accidentally steal a design and then be like, oops, oh, do you guys want a tire? Did you like Carlos drop
his? Yeah.
I can only
Unbreakable.
imagine.
I'm gonna
And trophies unbreakable.
I'm gonna have to say him dropping the tire and then having to chase after it. That was an ick.
Yes.
That was an ick.
Oh. You know what wasn't a Nick though was Lewis Hamilton's jean outfit. Did you guys see
he
it?
served.
I didn't see it.
Oh my gosh.
On
Really
the-
good.
Topic of Lewis Hamilton and fashion. I think my favorite social media thing of the weekend was in one of the F1 TV shows. I didn't see it live. Ruth Buscom asking James Hinchcliffe, "Did you know that Lewis Hamilton
Yes.
complimented my outfit?" And he said, "Yes, Ruth. Everyone knows."
Everyone.
Did you
I-
guys watch her driving in the car with, I don't
I
remember
turned it
the,
on right after that. I
it
missed
was,
it.
I really wish that they had Ruth drive. I feel like that it would have been such a better segment.
Okay, so is Ruth in the car with who?
It was James Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, the
Oh,
American guy.
fun.
Oh.
We all love James, Jamie.
I know, but I just felt like there was a few things that he said to her that I was like, I don't know, felt a
Really?
little funky to me. Like, just get in the car, Ruth. I was like, I don't know. I don't really like that energy he was giving her.
Cancel him.
Cancel him.
Yeah.
Do 100% Jamie.
Ruth
Yeah.
is blowing up.
Big
Mhm.
time.
Our
I'm
girl.
here for it.
I just saw like a message board. I can't remember where I was reading this, but it was basically just a bunch of people being like, I only watch F1 TV now because of Ruth Buscom and forget all the
Ruth?
other.
Buscom Divey.
Yes, thank you. Ruth Buscom Divey. And forget all of the other F1, like other ways to watch F1. And then a bunch of people in other countries being like, I can't watch F1 TV and it sucks.
It's true. She's really good. She had so much.
She's
Your
wonderful.
algorithm wouldn't be biased towards Ruth Buscom Divey at all, would it, Grace?
I don't think it was algorithm based. I think I was
Really?
like, yeah.
I don't know, but she was so cute.
Mhm.
I feel like I learned the most from her. Like whenever she gives her insights, I'm like, dang, I still had no idea. That was really nice. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Great race. Great
Great
race
race.
weekend. I mean, it
Mhm.
was spicy. It was fun. It's always like exciting when Ferrari's doing well because they're never doing well enough to really dominate. So you like get excited for them. Maybe that's why they have so many fans because they never reach the precipice where like you have to come down on the other side because you're too popular.
That's why.
You're doing too well.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
they did with Michael Schumacher, but not since then.
Apparently Lando's got some haters these days.
Whoa.
Yes.
He's performing too well. It's the Max Verstappen and
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton effect.
It feels very
Mm.
American. To be like, I loved Lando, but now he's winning, so I hate him.
He's really
See,
changed.
I feel like a lot of the haters that I've seen for Lando have been more like, why is he being viewed as a title contender and like treated seriously when he keeps making all these mistakes? And he said in the past, Lewis Hamilton only won because he has the fastest car. Well, now he has the fastest car. Why isn't he winning?
Oh
That's the
gosh.
type of hate I've seen for Lando.
I mean, people love to watch a downfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people love an underdog and they love to watch someone at the top have a downfall. That's why everyone's like obsessed with this Max Verstappen thing that's happening right now. I feel like everybody's like, this is tasty. And then people are going to start cheering for him again.
Yeah, because
He
they
doesn't do
already
good
are starting to
anymore.
cheer for him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel personally that it's mostly Americans. I think there's some sort of alignment there that I don't really like.
Mm.
Not the
Well, it's-
American.
It's certainly the Brits, right? And
Yeah.
that's another huge fan base. And I feel like they're never turning on a British driver.
Yeah, valid.
I feel like Anne knows this, but I saw something on social media today talking about the amount of merch that Red Bull sells and that like Checo outsells Max like substantially.
Interesting.
And they were basically just saying like people fully discount how huge the F1 fan base is in Latin America.
Mm.
Like
Mhm.
and that in America, Mexican Americans make up the like the biggest like ethnic group
Oh.
of fans in F1. And I was like,
Yeah,
you do
I believe that.
fans
All
like
of it.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, maybe I get like they said that, okay, sorry, I'm just quoting this poor Instagram reel, but like Checo brings in $17 million of sponsorships annually, which is more than the like 15 million title sponsorship that VCarb brought to VCarb.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because the brand pays for the title ship sponsor, right? So they're paying 15 million. But just on his
see.
own, Checo brings in 17 million just in his personal sponsorship.
That's
Wow.
incredible. He's a real one.
Crazy.
Do you guys hear Franco Colapinto talking about how he's never had Wagyu beef because he's quite poor?
It's
Because
giving
he's
What is that one with Gigi Hadid where she's like, when I was growing up, I was not allowed to have any designer clothing. It was very hard. But also, did you see Joe made some statement about how his fans shouldn't buy Williams merch because it's so
Oh,
Oh no.
because I want to hear what
Because
she's gonna.
he was the same way he was saying that the merch was too expensive, so people shouldn't spend their money on Williams merch.
Oh my gosh. Wait, is this the guy that said the French is coming? Well, I don't know
Yes.
much about Franco yet. I feel like
Yes.
I'm just late to the game here.
He is a character, and
Okay.
seemingly, I feel like a lot of Formula One drivers get very media trained and learn, okay, I can say up to this point, but I cannot go any further. And he seemingly has not received the same amount of media training.
Or does
And
he not have someone like in charge of his media accounts? Because it's pretty much just like him in charge of his own media, right?
well, I think social media, it's still
Okay.
just him.
Okay,
But then,
okay.
like when he's doing interviews, the team,
The team interviews, he seems untrained.
I don't know if untrained is the right word. It's more like he feels more free to just say stuff. We're discussing Colapinto's.
he has a manager, but I totally agree with you. Like when they don't have someone
He doesn't
actively
have as much
managing.
media training, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
Anne was
exactly what I was
saying.
just saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And he's like so deeply beloved already. I'm obsessed.
I need to watch. Is he on the Williams podcast with Alex?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
And they
I
talked
need to
about
watch that.
Tay in a recent episode and
What?
funny.
But I feel like all of the social media or just like media managers of Formula drivers should take note that the fans enjoy when the drivers get to just be honest and be themselves more.
I think they know that, but I think they also know that they will stick their foot in their mouth and then literally like potentially lose their seat.
Very
Also,
fair.
like sponsors, they're not really being like held accountable to the fans. They're really being held accountable by the sponsors, I think, because that's where the money is.
Fair.
I have to interject. There was like this Instagram thing that was like showing Gen Z slang to like all the drivers.
That
was
was great.
Yeah.
I was shocked that like a handful of them like had no clue, and maybe I shouldn't be because they're like very rich and out of touch. But like Liam and like
Max.
Liam and
Alex
Alex mainly
knew.
got like the references. And
Yeah.
that really showed me like there's another generation of drivers,
Yeah.
which Franco I think probably is a part of that
Oh yeah.
is going to be like unhinged for media, driving, like all the things that I'm really excited about.
I do.
Yeah.
I think there's like that. I also think there's an aspect where it's like some of them are just the type of people who are like so hyper fixated on what they do, which makes sense because they're, good at it, that they are probably the people who are like, I don't have an Instagram. Like they wouldn't have an Instagram if their social media manager wasn't like, you have to.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't believe
yeah.
that so many of them didn't know Riz. Like,
Yes,
But
that's
like,
my point.
if you weren't scrolling social media, would you know Rich?
She's
You
a high
too
school
would.
I
age,
would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Jamie, I'm sure would.
Would you? Probably not.
I think there's a generation of us addicted to our phones, and maybe they're just not a part of it, really.
That's
So that's the
funny.
truth. That's the truth
They're
there.
addicted to their Sims.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Max.
literally Max on every single one. I don't know. Just lean in.
I know.
I don't know.
I have a theory. I don't think he was answering truthfully. I think he was
Okay.
like, I don't want to do this.
I was wondering. I
don't
was
Yeah.
yeah.
He has a chat. They must be throwing Riz in there sometime, right? I don't know how
Was
that system works.
Did Lando get interviewed in that? I can't remember. No, because I'd actually be curious to know what Lando's.
I think Lando would know.
I would think so
I
too.
would know, but I don't know if he would. He was really not into like Girl the Grid this year. I don't know if you guys noticed that. He was like, okay.
You know whose answers were really cringe were George's. I just felt like all of his answers were so cringe.
Did the mewing, and he's like, I don't know what that is. And then he did the thing of like,
Okay. I saw someone, I feel like this was on Tumblr, it was like girls talking about F1 drivers and British accents. And okay, there was a bunch of British girls talking about like which of them actually has the poshest accent. They were like, actually, Alex, then Lando,
Oh.
then George. And they're like, George actually has a very like working class accent, but he like projects onto it to sound posher and he uses like some different language. But if you actually get
Ooh.
down into like what does the accent sound like, they're like, no, his is the most working class and Alex is the most posh. But Alex doesn't really try and hide his at all. He just is what he is.
Yeah.
And then Lando really tries like Lando is also quite posh, but he has like a lot of European influence and he very actively tries not to sound posh.
What they
But
Why?
Alex,
really
every
communicated to me is that it sounds like Lando's speaking English as a second language. And after reading that, and then this weekend,
Yeah.
listening to his interviews, I was like, oh my God.
That's how I literally always hear him. I always feel like he sounds like he has like an European accent, like he speaks Belgian first.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Think about that. And then next time you listen to him talk, you're gonna be like, whoa.
But I feel like I don't think of Alex as posh just because personality-wise, he comes across as so normal compared to so many of the drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
But also Alex, I feel like grew up in a very posh environment, but then like they lost all their money and had a really hard like by the time he was a teenager. So it makes sense that
Right.
he's so like accessible and approachable.
Right. Where
Then
we
he
got
sounds
introduced to
fancy.
him on Drive to Survive, where he was living with his 4 siblings in a like modest house. And that was his life. And he's so because I feel like because of that he comes across as just so normal compared to so many of the drivers.
On that note, I think I need to officially claim Alex Albon as my new favorite driver because
I
Danny
want to
Ricciardo's
claim
off the
him.
grid.
What about Charles?
But you know what? I do love Charles. I do. I love the Ferrari pairing. I love that we had a Ferrari 1-2 this weekend. I thought that was really, really special. I was really glad that happened. I would love to see Carlos like have a win under his belt before he switches. I'm manifesting that for the end of the season.
I was
But-
thinking Carlos was gonna take this weekend because he was doing so
Yeah.
well in quali.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like kind of feeling like, oh, like this is a good race for Grace to be really locked in.
Mhm.
But then after that first lunge and Charles took, I'm like, I wonder if Grace
I was
is
so
happy.
Yes.
I wasn't sure.
I was still happy. I am such a Carlos girly that I am reflecting his feeling about the weekend, which was basically like, I'm really happy that Charles won and I'm happy for myself. Of course, I wish I won. Of
Yeah.
course, I wish he won, but like, great result. I will
Yeah.
take it.
We'll take it.
Can we
We'll
all
definitely take it.
manifest a Checo win in Mexico?
I'm happy to manifest that.
I
I
I have to throw this out there because we need balance. I'm so sorry, Anne. But I saw this meme that was like Liam started from the garage and he still outplaced Checo, who was like,
He did not outplace Checo.
I think it was something like that.
I think he made up more places
Yeah,
than Checo.
Yes. He finished 9th, Checo
Sorry.
7th. The
Like-
bad one is that George started away from the back and he beat Checo.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this weekend was a good weekend for Checo. I'm just saying I
Stand
want
behind your
Checo to have
man.
the experience of winning in Mexico before he leaves Red
Not
Bull.
about past performance. It's about believing. It's about mindset. It's visualization.
I actually think maybe the hardest race to win is your home race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not if you're Charles.
But it was a hard race for him to win.
How much bad luck did he experience
one
in
does.
Monaco?
Yeah, like for years and years, I feel like Ferrari's literally been making a car just to try and win Monaco, and he's not been winning it.
Checo has been an F1 driver for like 14 years.
Yeah, but nobody's making him a car just to win Mexico.
Okay.
No.
Like that. That's a fair point.
Yes, we can hope that Checo will win Mexico. I think
Yeah.
that's fair.
I manifest Checo on the podium.
Oh.
Let's not go crazy.
I will
That's
say,
like
I
that
feel like there's
meme.
a very strong possibility Max is going to win the Drivers' Championship and Red Bull is going to get 3rd in the Constructors.
I know.
Oh, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
manifesting Max Diana.
I'm
Ooh.
Ooh. I see.
Carlos, Checo, Franco,
She's just
podium.
she's just saying her favorite drivers.
No, they're all Spanish speaking.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
how realistic is that? How
Yeah,
realistic is
One
that?
enough. He doesn't need another podium.
Speaking of Fernando, yeah, so the Fernando Liam like little tiff was very interesting. And I thought I saw the Mexico poster where it's like Checo, Liam, and then Fernando. I don't know if that's real, but it was very
For Mexico?
interesting.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, I saw the same one. I was trying to remember if it was like I know Checo's right in the center, and I remember Liam was on there. I didn't remember
Okay.
if it was Fernando or someone else.
They're trying to like, market this beef because whatever, but there's really no beef.
I
It's
mean,
fine.
There's a little beef.
there's a little beef. I think Fernando talked about it after the race and was basically like, he's trying to make a name for himself, but I don't think this is how he should do it, which I'm obsessed with.
It's his career, I think, something like that.
Well, I
He's
feel
like,
like
I don't
that's
have to prove anything.
particularly funny coming from Fernando.
Yeah.
Two-time world champion.
Yeah.
Also, the
My other
owner of
boyfriend,
Bridges.
Fernando, he's a terrible boyfriend.
I did want to, before we wrap up, I did want to mention quickly something that stood out to me.
Lando's.
Yes, thank you. Lando's post sprint race interview with Gunther Steiner, who did a nice job with the interviews this time. Everybody understood him, no passes. But I do feel like Lando got second, third. Does anybody remember? Was it third? He was
Third.
running in second, and then Carlos passed him on the last lap. Thank you. And Gunther was really kind of going in on him, like, oh, are you disappointed with how this turned out? You must be disappointed. Like, you probably wanted to win or whatever. Like, he was basically being like, what did you do wrong? What do you think you did wrong? And Lando had like a really nice response. He pushed back a little bit and was like, actually, I feel like I did everything I could have possibly done. Like, the tires were just totally gone. There really wasn't another way for that situation to end. I'm really happy with the result for the sprint. I feel like this is a really great result. We didn't know if the car was going to be here this weekend. And it was nice to hear him talk that way because he can be really hard on himself sometimes. So congrats to Lando for confirmed going to a sports psychologist and getting that nice, cute, healthy mindset. It's nice to hear. Sometimes his post-race things can be like quite difficult to listen to.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree. I think that was good. Do you want to do a fashion corner?
Oh yeah. Lewis Hamilton is releasing a line with Dior. He's a Dior ambassador. It looks really sick. It's kind of like sportswear inspired. And Dior doesn't do a lot of sportswear, so it looks very cool.
I saw someone on like TikTok or I don't know, social media saying that the best Dior ambassadors are people who don't look like they should wear Dior because Dior is so like classic and like a little bougie and just clean and elegant. And so they're like, it's actually the best when someone who's more like maybe a streetwear person or like is wearing Dior. And I can see that for Lewis. I mean, he literally embodies that. He's just
Yeah, totally. Oh, also he's
fashion.
gonna be co-chair for the Met Gala next year, which is all about
So
like
cool.
black tailoring and inspired by like black dandy men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love.
So I think that's gonna be really great. Lots of good co-chairs, including who's the actor that kills all the red carpets? Coleman Domingo is gonna be a co-chair. This isn't a fashion podcast, but it's gonna be hopefully good. Yeah, somebody else had something fashion-y happen. Well, new Enchante line dropped. James?
Yeah. I didn't buy anything.
I didn't either.
Trained. Did you guys?
No.
I got so busy and distracted. I like after that first day looking at it, I never went back.
I was like, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna buy that little orange t-shirt. That's so cute. That's
Yeah.
probably like,
The little mechanic tee.
It's like a
yeah.
jersey tee.
Did it have like
Mhm.
white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
White
And the
tee,
socks
white
were very cute.
Yeah.
And it was sold out.
Sold out.
Oh yeah, yeah. It had a lot of I really liked this drop. I didn't love I think it was the previous one that was like really 70s.
Mm.
Mm.
my personal fave, but I liked the mechanic vibe.
Well, and I do think that this Enchante drop was better than last year, or this
Yeah.
Austin drop was better than
Yes.
last year's. Like, a lot.
100%. 100%. I was looking through, they had like a sale to kind of clear out stuff recently, and a bunch of the Austin t-shirts from last year were in there. I didn't,
Not good.
yeah, I did not like the Austin drop last year at all. This one I thought was so good.
Wait, I have another fashion corner comment.
Ooh.
Moving right along. Okay, the McLaren Austin merch.
Yeah.
Diabolical. Okay, I don't want to talk poorly because I know somebody did design it. I know that.
Maybe it was AI.
It looked
Knowing
looked like
McLaren, it was AI. It was
fully
sponsored.
design. Fully was like a Canva design, specifically the one that was like a tire, a little cartoon tire. I'm like, I've used Canva designs where it's like a little cartoon guy. It hasn't been a tire, but a little cartoon guy that looks the exact same style. I'm sure Canva's copying designers, and Canva has designers. But to put that on a t-shirt and be like, it's a special Austin merch drop, I don't know. It's a stretch.
I mean, I do feel like the Austin merch is deeply like there is a little bit of really good and there's a lot of really bad.
Yeah.
And all the American stuff, like the American hats that McLaren
The
had,
jean hat.
the jean hat,
Oh, and the flag.
the flag that was in
Yes.
like pieces.
Is
No,
this?
Yes.
Let's get a visual. I mean,
He's
maybe
holding an
they were
American
manifesting.
flag.
Were they manifesting the tire trophy?
Yes, the tire trophy.
It's like they're confused. Like I do, maybe in the past this merch was working for them. I can't believe they were really selling that much merch for
This is bad.
It's
This
so bad.
is, I mean,
Also, okay, that hat, Checo and Red Bull, I think it wasn't
Have a
last year, but the
similar-
year before, had for Mexico a similar like red, white, green,
yeah,
like tie-dye splash for a hat. And
yeah,
every time I saw one of them wearing that hat, I was like, that looks like Checo's hat.
yep,
It's just copying. It's just lame.
yeah. The yeah. What's happening with since my new favorite driver is now going to be at Williams, and my second favorite driver will be at Williams. What's
Mhm.
Williams merch like these days?
I feel like I honestly don't see that much except for kind of the standard like team shirt, team hat, lots and lots of blue.
Yeah, but Franco's saying no, it's too expensive. That's what we
I
were
think
talking
that's just
about.
Franco being Franco. I
Let's
don't think
see.
it's any more expensive than any other team.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So sorry.
We're talking about, I said since Williams is now gonna, I might have to transfer to being a Williams girly because my favorite driver and my second favorite driver, I actually really like their Williams t-shirt that they released for Austin. It's kind of
I
cute, kind of
think-
mechanic-y.
Williams is on the edge of getting some good design. Williams'
Like-
website sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bland, but
That's cute.
it's kind
No,
of
have you
fun.
used their website? It's like almost
Oh, put Nick in there.
non-functional on a phone.
It's pretty bad, like color-wise. This actually looks
No,
very
not their
similar.
merch. Not their merch website. Their website. Like every time
Oh.
I'm constantly
Why are you on their website?
because
Yeah.
She's addicted to her phone.
they have like sweepstakes you can win to go to races. So I'm signing up for them and it's extremely difficult.
It
Like,
is.
top of
You're-
city, you cannot find where you're supposed to put the information in.
That's so
Get the UX
funny.
sign in.
It does
Come
not
on.
seem like it was made to function on a phone. It seemed like someone wrote it and then was like, oh gosh, I have to make it work on phones too.
Get Squarespace, guys.
I know, I literally want to be like Squarespace.
Sponsor.
They need to hire Nick.
For
That
a
should be
while.
Nick's next company.
That's a good idea. For a while,
That's our actual
That's our
client, the
in.
F1.
at one point, there was a sweepstakes that I wanted to sign up for, and one of their sponsors is a crypto sponsor. And so you had to like sign up with them to be able to sign up for the whatever. They wanted your social security number.
Excuse me,
Oh
what?
my gosh.
Excuse me, what?
Williams asking for the social security number.
Is
That's
it
breaking news.
I did not give them my social security number. I was like, that's actually a
That's
never. That's a
yeah.
never for me. Not for
But I remember you asking if you should do it,
Yes,
though.
I do remember that.
I think we all remember this, Grace. So she almost did it.
But I did
She
not.
was tempted.
I have boundaries. That's a
Temptation was
boundary.
there.
You know, people hate on like the cigarette sponsor, the vape sponsor now.
Crypto's worse.
I think the crypto sponsor is the worst.
That's awful.
And
Interesting
the gambling
take.
sponsorship is weird too. It's all weird. Why are all their sponsors illicit things?
Because it's made for corruption.
I want like a Johnson and
I do-
Johnson car.
Okay, wait. They also are very problematic, so keep trying.
Okay.
Give me an REI car.
They're union busters.
Patagonia car. Ding ding.
Give us a we don't know wheel car.
Sarah and I were talking about how do we become a sponsor? What is the first tier? We said like $1 million, maybe. I don't know.
$10 a month.
Yeah. Well, because McLaren's newest, I think, sponsors T-Mobile, and if you have a T-Mobile plan, it kind of feels like you're
We're part
paying
of the
for the
fam.
McLaren team,
They
right?
could do an NPR nonprofit sort of car.
Oh, NPR.
Nonprofit. Plenty of people would want to sponsor a car for $10 a month. You just need 1 million people to sponsor the car for
Actually-
$10 a month.
Yeah.
Not a
That's
bad idea.
$120 million a year. Don't check that math.
Matt. All this
math
to
is-
say, we want to be a sponsor, so let's all pool our savings. We'll have
Forget the
$10.
house. We're buying the car. Dude, I'm in.
Great episode.
I think we need to get Nick in on the ground level of this Williams website team.
Yeah.
Wonder where they're
Yes.
headquartered.
I do like that idea.
I think they're in the UK.
Yeah.
They are.
We done with that?
You guys could relocate.
We can relocate. Then you guys can come out and we'll go to Silverstone together. It'll be great.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
see you next week in
Mexico
Mexico
City.
Mexico City.
All right, Checo, bring it.
Yeah, we manifested for you, Checo.
Let's see it. Fingers crossed. P2 at least.
Go, Checo, P2.
Come on, Checo.
Awesome.
Well, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Arrivederci.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.